sutras of yes, we have finished Shambhava, and in the Śāktopāya we have done 3 sutras together. Now I am presenting another sutra number 4. So sutra 4 will be Garbhe Chitta Vikasho.
Okay.
I think there is.
I've allowed to share the screen. Try, Dada.
Just try. The screen I can see.
We can't see.
I will have to put the PPT in. Yeah. So it takes little time.
No problem.
Okay, I'll start the lecture. It is Garbhe Chitta Vikaso Vishishta Avidya Swapna. Hemraj's interpretation of this sutra at his Vimarshini as follows. And we said that we tend to expand our mental faculties or a brain by the external worldly knowledge available to us. And we are satisfied with the understanding, but this knowledge is like a vague dream. So I think we can open the PPT. Can you see the PPT? I think you have to give me sharing. Yes, it has come. So you can see it now?
Yes, Dadaji.
Okay. So this is Garbhe Chitta Vikasho, a Visishta Vidya Swapna. Once you have a superior vision of mind consisting of universal consciousness, then you will find your old interior vision of Maya and unlimited powers like a dream, which confuses you to get this realization. So in this case, the sage Patanjali says, Garbha Akhyati Mahamaya Tatra Tadatnike Mita Mantra Siddha Prapanche Jat Chittasya Vikasa. So Garbha means inside the mind, Akhyatir Mahamaya, the illusion of Mahamaya, Tatra Tadatnike, in that case, Mita Mantra Siddhi Prapanche, you get a little power because of the Mantra Siddhi, Yasittasya Vikas, and small development of the mind takes place. Tavan Matre Prapanche Santosha. In that case, you get little satisfied because you got a little of the success and you get satisfied. Asaveva Avishishta Jana Sadharana Rupa. General people just get satisfied for the small siddhis. Vidya Kinchit Gnatva Rupa Ashuddha Vidya. sometimes it becomes a vidya, means the knowledge, which is called a kinchit, a small knowledge of Gnan, not a total Gnan, but a part of the Gnan becomes a Ashuddha Vidya, that is Saiva Swapna, and it looks like a Swapna. Veda Nishto, it's like dualism, Vichitra, and Ved, and Vikalta Patma Brahma. It is an illusion that is called the Patanjali says. In the English, I'll tell you, when the mind is contracted with the Maya, and at that time, there are short indications of its success of the sadhana with the limited powers, and you are satisfied with such a weird thing like an ordinary people. This is a part of Ashuddha Vidya, that is impure knowledge. This is like a dream which causes the illusion. This confuses the person who does the sadhana. This confusion makes the dualism. The supernatural powers are obstacles in the samadhi. What is samadhi? Is a contemplative absorption. On coming back to the normal consciousness, they are powers. So what happens? You get a little power or something happens to you and you get satisfied. So there it is said that ato bindurato. And what happens? A small powers are what? Which are they? Ato bindurato nado. Sometimes you get a sound of a bell or anklet. Rupam asmadato rasaha. And sometimes you are seeing light in the forehead, between the eyebrows, or you feel smadato rasa, means feel a sweetness on a tongue, etc. Pravartante avichitrena naiva shobhakatvena dehina. This shows that when the sense identification of the sadhaka is not disappeared, and it disturbs the sadhana. Because the moment you feel all these things, like the bell sound, anklets, and all, seeing the light and all these things, and some type of smell and everything, it is a small thing, and then you are a bodily conscious. Body consciousness should be removed. So this now Bhaskara's Vrittika interprets the sutra in a different way. The Garbhe Chitta Vikasha Avisishta Avidya Swapna. When the mind dwells at the supreme consciousness, then there is a disappearance of the Maya, impure knowledge like a dream. It's a different interpretation altogether. A third interpretation is there is another meaning of this sutra, the blossoming of the mind by means of flexibility of recognizing the entities. Vimarsha in the womb of Mahamaya, where the slumber, a dream-like state, where things appear as a nightmare. Here the practitioner who fails to recognize the intrinsic nature of the mantra, rather than to use the mantra as a mechanism or a fantasy to recognize their finite function of dualism. This can be called as Gnanam Bandha. So this is a cause that you get so much happy by getting a small type of powers, and then you are satisfied at this sadhana, the sadhana ends there, but you don't go to your original goal. So it is like you are satisfied with a smaller thing in the sadhana. So our next sutra says, then what should be the sadhana? If you are getting all these feelings, then means you are a body conscious. But when you get above this, then what's the process? This is said in a sutra number 5. Vidya Samuthane Svabhavike Khechari Mudra. When the supreme knowledge of non-dualism and the universal consciousness occurs, there is a spontaneous expansion of mind, wide like a sky. Khechari Mudra. Khe means a sky. It rejects your limited powers as a worthless. Even you have to forgo the magical siddhis. So here it is. So what are this? What is khechari? When the knowledge is Vidya Samuthane Svabhavike Khechari Shiva Vastha. So when the pure knowledge is realized, it is apparent to have a sky-like rise of Shivatva or Shivavastha. Let us understand the Khechari first. According to the Spandakarika, mantra on our consciousness creates the vibrations and it cleans and purifies as follows. Number 1, Bahuchari Shakti, experience at a body level on internal and external emotions. Number 2, Dikchari Shakti, experience at a body level on a cognitive senses, which we have discussed. So you are getting the anklets and all the sounds and everything from our cognitive senses. The third is the Gochari Shakti. It is experienced at a mental level. Go means measurement. The expansion of the mental faculties takes place a little in a broader sense at a mental level. And when it gets totally expanded, then the fourth level is Khechari Shakti. It is experienced on soul level. Here, the Vidya is used as a pure Vidya, where the aspirant has come out of Maya along with Anava Mala, Maya Mala, Karma Mala, and has the Sattva Guna. The gunas are also important. Then the supreme consciousness is spontaneous process by the grace of Lord Shiva. So here if we say, Lakshman Zu has commented, when this pure knowledge, that is Siddha Vidya, which has been explained in previous sutra, effortlessly comes into existence, and when the supreme independent will of Lord Shiva, this limited powers subside and the real state of Lord Shiva comes into being. When this yogi flies in the ether of supreme knowledge, doesn't fly physically, but he flies in the state of a supreme knowledge. This is the state of Khechari Mudra that comes into existence for him. The state of Khechari is the state of Lord Shiva, who is the supreme embodiment of consciousness. Here the aspirant, sadhaka, becomes one with the Shiva. This is the rise of one's own blissful state. This Khechari is not the Khechari described in these two ways. Sometimes Khechari is meant differently in different scriptures. The Khechari Mudra of Hatha Yoga or any other yoga is different as said in this tantra. As per the Śrī Vidya, the meaning of the Khe is the sky and Chari is the freedom like a sky or the totality. Khechari Mudra depicts one with the totality of the consciousness. It refers to the Ananda or the bliss. So when you are totally conscious of everything, and the universal consciousness happens, then Khetri Mudra is converted as Ananda or a bliss. This is a mudra of Ananda. Ananda or the bliss. You are so happy. Now our question is how to reach to the level of foundational consciousness and realize the power of the mantra as well as the power of the mudra. The answer is in the next sutra. That sutra is how to do it. That's sutra number 6. Guru Rupaya. The last resort. The Guru is the only Upaya. Guru should be self-realized person who has attained the level of Shiva state or he can only direct the disciple. Majority of the Tantra writes the duty of the aspirants to choose the proper Guru. The Guru has to also to write to choose the proper disciple as per the Tantra. Now I will expand this. The realization of the self is not very easy. You cannot experiment on yourself. Even if you want to do it yourself, then either you are confused by several paths or there will be no result in waste of your precious time in exploring the thing. For learning any subject, you need a master of that subject. Likewise, for a spiritual progress, you need to have an able Guru who has realized himself on that path and capable to guide you throughout your sadhana span. The Kularnava Tantra, all such other tantras, has big chapter on this right to select a proper Guru, and the Guru has also the right to take the examination of the disciple, as the teaching should not be misused. Because Tantra gets up, you get a power, and power is like atomic energy. So power can be used for good things and power can be used for harming others. So one should be very careful in choosing the disciple. People do not have the clear idea and they accept the Kathakar or a mere reader of Purana or such as a person popular on and to make their livelihood for earning the money. So there are so many people, but you can't go to him as a Guru. My opinion, the Guru should be able to remove all the doubts and the questions to make the disciple's mind free of thoughts and misunderstanding. He should be truthful in showing the path properly. The Guru is a person who removes the ignorance of the disciple. Shem Raja says that a Guru explains the true nature of the reality and reveals the pervasive oneness of the reality. The Guru reveals the true nature of the mantric power. So they say, the Guru Matsamah Prakto Mantra Virya Prakashakaha. The person can be said as a Guru only when he can pass on the live power of a mantra. Mantra Virya, last time somebody asked me, it is live power of the mantra. Any ordinary man cannot give the mantra. It is my experience that whenever my disciple gets the Diksha and if he or she is attentive, then feels the power of the mantra. That is virility of the mantra, or if not, if he doesn't get that power at that time, then if not attentive at that time, then it is felt after doing certain number of mantra, automatically that power of mantra is felt. So, how the Guru gets the power is because of the deity. So this is, we are praying the deity. Agada Santayam Bodhi Samuttarana Tarinim Vande Vichitrartha Padam Chitram Tam Guru Bharatim. I offer my homage to the wonderful teaching of my Guru, serving as a boat in the crossing the fathomless ocean of doubt, and full of such words as express wonderful, uncommon ideas. Gururva Parmeshwari Anugrahika Shakti. Yathoktam Sri Maṇḍalī Vijay Tantra says, Lord Shiva tells Parvati that Master, who is the cause of your attaining the creative energy of Lord Shiva, and who then establishes you in the state of is as good as me, is like a Shiva. It becomes a Shiva. This is Maṇḍalī Vijayatara Tantra says. Gurur Guruttara Shaktir Gurur Bhaktara Gata Bhavet. That is the wheel of all energies, and that is the mouth of the master, where everything is obtained. This is also said in Maṇḍalī Vijayatara Tantra. Now in the Shrī Bhairava Tantra, it is said that the great energy of that great Lord is said to be the mouth of the master. Hence, the energy being the cause of understanding, the means upaya, this is called in Shrī Bhairava Mantra, Shrī Bhairava Tantra. So that is the last, we say Gurur Gurutara Shaktir Gurur Bhaktara Gata Bhavet. The mouth of the Guru is very much important. The Guru should be well versed with his path. He should be well read with the scriptures of the path in relation with the knowledge. He must know the rituals himself and bhakti towards the deity. He should be graceful with the disciple. The Lord Shiva graces the mankind to flow his power through a Guru and lifts up his devotees to the absolute reality and relieve them from the cycle of death and birth. A stage comes where the disciple realizes that there is no difference between him and his Guru. A stage comes that you become one with the Guru, you become one with the mantra, you become one with the yantra, and you become one with the deity. This is the final stage. Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa said that a disciple should not give the mantra diksha before his own realization of the self. If he does so, then he will drain the enormous amount of his own power of sadhana. It is a very big deal to become a Guru. The sanction should come from the Guru or the Goddess. To find such a realized Guru requires a good fortune and good karma of the past, along with your eagerness, zeal, efforts to go to the end of the sadhana to achieve the realization. So this is regarding Guru. So how the Guru is passing the power to the Shishya. It is given at the next Sutra 7. Here in the slide I have written, according to the Maṇḍalī Vijay, that I already told you, the Guru power of grace, that is the collective bowl of Shakti, has been said to be the mouth of a Guru. The disciple should be in constant contact with the Guru, always. This is very important. and get the guidance and obey the instructions diligently. Then only it's possible and Guru is useful. If you don't obey the instructions, what's the use? Now next sutra. Next sutra 7 says Matruka Chakra Sambodh. Matruka. The creation of the universe has been started by a sound. The sound has the various frequencies and the different frequencies have formed in the different substances. The group of these frequencies are called as the Matruka Chakra. Matruka means who creates the universe and the Chakra means the group of these frequencies. Sambodh. The understanding or enlightenment from a guru or form of Matruka and the timing. This is very important. So Matruka Sambodh. We have discussed the para. Now it comes here. Let me go to the next slide. The Matruka, here we have to see in the slide, there are so many parts of the Matruka. The sound has been divided for our understanding, but it is not exactly divided. It is a continuous sound. But for our understanding, we are dividing as a para. Beyond the sound, silence and the consciousness is still. That is para. Pashyanti is when the consciousness has a desire to create or speak, and thought forms the spandana or oscillations or the movements to create the sound at a mental level in the form of a thought or a desire. Madhyamata. This is the starting stage of physical sound at the sound box, either at throat or at a musical instrument, is at the outwardly expression of a physical form of sound. Next is Vaikhari level. These are the articulated sound by the combination of throat and the mouth level. These are the formulated word and the sentences formed portrays its object of the word. Each object has been named and how things have been named and how what word has come for what. It is very well explained in the Garland of Letters by Sir John Woodrow or Arthur Avalon. There are two names of the same person. So we have discussed para on no sound level, Pashyanti, Spanda, Madhyama, mental level, Vaikhari on physical level. When a guru imparts the knowledge in a physical Vaikhari form, he has to use either Matruka or a mantra through his mouth. The Shakti of the mantra or the discourse is descended from the Para Bhagavati through the Guru's mouth. So Matruka Chakra starts from the mouth of a Guru, right from Para Bhagavati to the mouth of the Guru. So it travels like that. Gurur Gurur Tara Shaktir Guru Bhaktara Gata Bhavet. Same thing we had already seen. From the mouth of the Guru, enlightenment, Sambodh, happens through the group of letters Matruka. How the Matrukas have been evolved. Evolution of Matruka, we will discuss here. Vaikhari Vani consists of 51 letters and is divided in two parts. Vaikhari is a spoken word. It is in two parts. Part one is vowel, A to Aha, 16 letters, A, I, U, E, I, U, O, Aha. A, I, U, Ru, Ru, E, I, O, Aha. They are 16 letters called as Shiva, often symbolized as the Chandrakala. When we are doing Patra Sadhan, we use it as Chandrakala. Or we are also using as 16 Nityas. So each letter are so much important. Everything is correlated. Part 2, consonants. Ka to Ksha, 35 letters. They are Shakti, often symbolized as Surya Kala from Ka to Ba in the Patra Sadhan, and Agni Kala from Ma onward. Each letter signifies the tattva, which are 36. So, how the tattvas are signified by the letters, that we'll see today. The Matruka has come. Actually, the first vowels are coming from the throat and the consonants are coming from the Ka Varga, that is Kaka Gaga, Ang, Chacha Jajayam, Tatha Dadana, Tatha Dadana, Papa Babama, Yara Lava, Sha Sha Sha, Ha, Raksha. So these are the Matrukas. So this is Matruka is created from Shiva Shakti from the center. In Sri Yantra, there is a top point, that is a Shiva Shakti together creates the Matruka. It comes from Ichha Shakti, the Ichha of the Shiva Shakti to create the universe. The word comes out, and the Gnan Shakti and the Kriya Shakti. From the Kriya Shakti, it goes to the how this Ichha Shakti, Gnan Shakti comes, that I'll explain you. So next slide is origin of Paramatruka, Shiva. The Lord Shiva, called as Akula. No one has created him. So there is no Kula, no Parampara. He is eternal. He has no shape and also no attribute, no characteristic. He is recognized by his power. He is called Anuttara. Nothing is before him. He is himself, represented by a letter A. We call in Devanagari Sanskrit as A. Shakti. How, according to the Paratrimshika, the totality is dispersed into several parts called as a kala. The sequential group of kala are called as Matruka Chakra. The Sambodh is the knowledge about it. Shri Paratrimshika, the Paratrimshikadi Nirdrishta Nitya Aham Vimarsha Prathama Kala Anuttara Kulaswarupa Prataranti. What it says, the first aspect of Spanda of Anuttara Shakti, the Shiva, that is a supreme I, consciousness, Aham, I is the Shiva. I is the Shiva, not our ego, which assumes the form of Akula, that is, which is the body of Kula. is the letter. This is A, expression of A means A. A is the expression of Chit Shakti of Shiva. A, the first kala is Anuttara. Before that, nothing is there, which is a Shiva, and he is Akula. The Shiva is not created by anyone, but is the creator. Therefore, he is Akula. His Anuttara means there is nothing before him. This is represented by a letter A. A. Ananda Swarupa Sati. As there is a further expansion of the word manifesting power of the Aham, the I consciousness of the Shiva, it goes to the Ananda Shakti, the bliss, comes into the play, which assumes the form of a letter A. As the creation begins, there is an oscillation of bliss called as Ananda Swarupa, as the goddess is represented by A. So I'm going a little further up. Here we are only connected at Anuttara A. Shakti, here it is in the slide when we are seeing, the Shakti is the power of the Shiva dormant within it in the state of Parastate, Paravani. Parastate, there is under which there is a total peace, there is no movement of any activity, and hence there is no sound. In this present tense, in relation with the time, the Shiva has the desire to understand himself through his own power, Prakasha, Shiva, and Vimarsha, reflection as Shakti. Therefore, and he wants to, reflection of A is also A. So double A becomes A. That is the Shakti, and the movement of the activity starts. This Spandana is the Shakti denoted by A when she comes into action. So let us go to the next. Now comes the Sadashiva or Ichha Shakti stage. When the Shiva has the desire or Ichha to make the creation, it is called as Ichha Shakti. And that is called a Pashyanti Vak. Where these oscillations starts making the subtle, unaudible sound mentally by the thoughts. The stage of Sadashiva, where the Ichha Shakti is projected, denoted by the letter E, small and long E. The thought is the creative, the thought to create is a passive, Ichha is small e, that is you get the idea. But when the decision or a will to create is an active Ichha Shakti, that is E, long E, that is decision made. Here if we want to start at any company, limited company, then promoter gets an idea and he starts the company. The promotion is made out of a thought. The thought has the power. Now the Paratrimshika says, Ichcheshan Bhumika Asana Purah Taram. Shall we continue this explanation or should we have a question answer?
What's the time? 18:50. We've got 10 minutes. Your choice, Dada. What would you like to do? Do we have questions? If anyone has questions, put your hands up, please. Okay, Dada. No, okay. Maybe if you just want to do the last slide and we can call it a day.
Yeah, we'll finish into one or two slides.
No problem.
Icheshan bhumika bhasanah pura taram. Then bringing forth the Ichha Shakti willpower that I consciousness displays, the will is reflected, is desire to create when inactive, akshubdha. It denotes small e. But when it becomes active and determined to execute, it becomes kshubdha, that is called long E, which is called as Ishana or Ipshitri. If you read Lalita Trishati, you get Ishana Sakti, Ishana comes, Ipshitri also comes. So these words are taken from here. Then the next slide, Jnana Shakti. Madhyama Vak is the stage of Ishvara. Jnana Shakti as to the required knowledge to fulfill our desire. So there are two ways. First, you require knowledge. If you have the Ichha to do anything or a desire to do anything, you need to know how to execute. So there is a Jnana is required. Unmesha Jnana Shakti, internal, is the result of the passive Jnana Shakti U to avail know-how and R&D department in the company. We should know how to execute our desire. Then it comes Urmi, Jnana Shakti, that is external, becomes the objective appearance of the active Jnana Shakti, long U, that is the planning department of our company. Then Ru are Amrit Bijam. Now I will explain. Gnanat Vika Unmesha Dasham. Premshika says, when this Gnana Shakti is in the Akshubdha state, she displays the Unmesha, means knowledge, which is represented by the letter small u. Neya Bhata Sutrena Dikkena Sa Unatam. And in the Kshubdha state of Jnana Shakti displays Unata, which becomes the cause of the objective appearance. This is represented by U, that is long U. Then Amrita Bija, Ru, Rudru. The object of Ichha Shakti as these four letters Ru and Ra and La are only implicitly given here because they are actually consonants, but why it should come here? But it has come in a slight, very light way. Third sound, they are not actually produced letters in as much as Ra and La, the seed letters of fire and earth are mere subtle, are imposed on it merely by the sound Ra and La, in as much as letters are assimilated to their own light. They rest only in themselves, so they are used as catalyst. And they are said to be amara, imperishable letters. And they are not subject to any change. They do not give rise to any other letter or the creation of the world. And as they are colored merely by the semblance of objectivity. So I think we should Jnana Shakti, then Kriya Shakti is little long. So I think we should do it that. Should I do it?
I think we'll go next week. I think you've given us quite a few things to think about. So obviously we need to revise that. Thank you, Dada. Is anyone who'd like to ask any questions on what we've discussed today?
Namaste, Dada.
Namaste.
You mentioned about the Bahuchari Shakti and the Dik Shakti. So can you elaborate on that a little more, please?
Yeah, I'll do that. There are 4 Shaktis. See, these are the mental stages. When we are in the general, in the worldly plane, the Bahuchari Shakti is generally we are experiencing at the body level. And what we are today experiencing in the waking world is our emotions. Even in our dreams also, the emotional part is also there. So these are the experiencing the body level, internal and external emotions. So all these emotions make, even when you get a bliss, that is also emotion. But that is the last. But in the beginning, there are so many emotions of different kind, good emotions, bad emotions also, love, hate, and all these different things are there. So it is on a worldly level. So worldly level, we say on a bodily level. That is what we generally say. The Dictionary Shakti is experienced by the body level on cognitive senses. Dictionary means, Dik means Disha. Third, it is Dik means we call the northwest, east, south, and all the corners. So Dictionary Shakti is experienced by the body. So our body is limited to all the, the Disha. Disha we called in English as a layers where we can reach our mind. So north, east, west, south, north, then the east, all these all 4 corners and 4 dishas are there. They are called experienced by the body level on cognitive senses. We can listen from all the 5 elements. So all the air, we can listen, we can listen from the sky level, air level. We can also feel touch from the air level, and we can also have, you can see by eyes also. You can also see and everything, the worldly thing you can see and cherish it. And you can take the taste of all the things available for eating, and you can have a different smell also. So all these are connected to the worldly, connected to our bodily level. And this dictionary level, if you want to rise, then in sadhana we have got Sarvato Bhadra Chakra. That is the basic chakra that you have to go beyond the horizon. So what we are feeling is within the horizon. So next is the Gochari. Is this clear to you? Up to body level emotions and the cognitive senses?
Absolutely.
Then the Gochari Shakti is experienced at a mental level. So here, why Go is a measurement. Our brain has to be expanded. And this expansion of mental capacities can take place if we come out from our notions. Different notions are there, do's and don't do's and all that. So many things. This is good, this is bad, and all this. So our localized mind has to cross all the barriers. And all the barriers are to be crossed, and the barriers of Maya is also to be crossed. So Maya is coming to this the level of, we say Antarman. Antarman, that is we call the mental levels are the three levels of things. In this this mental level, mind faculty that is coming on what we say, the mind barriers are to be taken out. That is Maya, Kala, Avidya, Raga, Kala, Niyati. All this has to go out. And we have to go above the prakriti of our mind. Our mind is localized by Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, and all the mixture of all this. So if this is removed, then we are free. And then only you can reach to the Khechari Shakti, where you are free from your mind limitations. And then your mind will be opened up to the universal level, that is Khechari Shakti, experienced at soul level. So what we say, Atma, Antaratma, and Paramatma. So Atma is the Bhuchari Shakti, Diktari Shakti. Antaratma is Gochari Shakti, and Paramatma is Khechari Shakti. Is this clear?
Absolutely. Just a one more add-on question is the three Shaktis that you just now elaborated, are they somehow related with the Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and the last one, Khechari, somehow correspond with the Swatantra Shakti?
Yes, Khechari is the Swatantra Shakti, definitely. And
mhm.
yeah, carry on.
And like, what about the first three? Do they correspond with Ichha, Jnana, and Kriya?
Which Kriya?
Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. Do the first three, Bahuchari, Dikchari, and Gochari, correspond with
No,
Ichha,
that
Jnana, and Kriya?
Ichha Gnan and Kriya Shakti. Ichha Gnan comes from mental level, that is Gochari. And Kriya Shakti comes from Bhuchari and Diktari. So it is a body level. Kriya is on body level, either on mental level or in cognitive senses level. So that is Kriya Shakti. What we do is we do the karmas. And Gochari Shakti is after this karmas, we do it from external, our bodily senses and the bodily thing. Even the mentally also we make the karmas. But here, the Jnana Shakti is always in the mind. So Gochari Shakti is for Jnana Shakti. And Khechari is, as you have already seen, that it is from the Ichha Shakti. And Ichha Shakti develops into the Khechari. The whole widening of the mental faculty to the universal extent. Is this clear?
Yeah, understood. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay, Dada. Thank you very much for an interesting lecture. Jai Ambe, Jai Gurudev to you and everyone.
Jai Ambe, Jai Gurudev.